Hey guys, it's Twisted.
Be fresh.
And once again, we're joined here by Baba. We're here to talk about the new show Arrow on CW. Now, we kind of missed shooting this right after the pilot was shot.
But it's okay because we're going to combine the first two episodes in a shortened version and be like, bam, in your face.
Right, so here you go. All right, in the plot of the first one, we have him being found, Oliver Queen.
Him being rescued.
After them thinking him being dead. Them thinking him being dead.
Yeah, he said that.
Anyway, they thought he was dead, and they find him, and he's not so dead.
No, I'm not.
So they rescue him from the island, and they realize that he's hairy and weird looking, and he's trying to adjust back to society. And you know what happened to you on this island? What happened to you? Oh,
that's so like sad. The ongoing running question so far.
What happened to him on this island? We really want to know.
Yeah, although the audience gets sneak peeks of it, you know, he doesn't want to talk about it.
Right, I don't know. I just want to talk about it. I just want to talk about it.
Pulling from Gulliver Travels, he digresses.
Right. And then we meet his little best friend, who apparently he was a party guy, you know, at first. We understand that he was cheating on his girlfriend with her sister, and she died on the journey.
Which is sad.
So, I don't know how worse it could be.
It is so sad.
To be caught cheating, and then the girl you're cheating with dies.
Right.
So.
And it was your ex-girlfriend's sister?
Right. That just makes
actually your girlfriend at the current time, sister.
Right. That makes her skanky, and it makes you bad. You real bad.
But anyway, he was on the island for 5 years.
Yeah, and so it makes sense why everyone assumed he was dead. Then finally he gets back, and we understand that he is more agile. He's good with an arrow. He's super buff and fast, and you know, just everything about him has been enhanced. And everyone's worried about him. He get a bodyguard because he was attacked, but we understand later on that it was because of the mother that this even happened.
Was trying to attack him.
And then he's on a vengeance for his father to rectify, I guess, how they got their wealth, or what his dad did wrong, and trying to rectify it by fixing some of the problems that he helped create. That's what it sounds like. I'm not for sure if that's right, though.
To me, I kind of thought it was like a modern day Robin Hood, because he is stealing from the wealthy.
But the bad wealthy.
Yeah, but the bad wealthy. And he's just putting it into a random account. I don't really know what that account.
Well, no, he actually was donating it to the people that needed the help. It was the court case Laurel was trying to win, the sister. So he was donating to those.
Okay.
And so he was helping them. He is giving to the right people. He's not just, you know, magically saving him to a magical account. Then in the second one, we understand that he goes after another new guy, and this new guy is working with even worse people, and he has a big fight scene and things. And well, we understand that also Tommy and Laurel probably been knocking boots there a couple times, and everyone wants Oliver to be old Oliver, but they want him to be mature Oliver, which is confusing.
It's confusing to the audience, and it's apparently confusing to his character.
Yeah, because they want him to be back, which he is, but they want him to be mature, which he wasn't.
He wasn't when he left, and then he was on the island.
And then it's kind of like they just suddenly, he comes back for like maybe a month, and they're like, okay, you own the company now. Go for it. And he's in no mindset to even do that. That was dumb on the mom and new dad.
Oh, yeah. That's a new daddy.
His daddy black.
His daddy is a black British daddy.
Right. Black British daddy who worked for his dad. Everything about this is just so twisted.
It is.
So, you know, you got the mom who's sleeping with the dad's friend, and you got the son who was sleeping with his girlfriend's
sister.
So it's just,
who's now dead.
It's just all twisted. You know, it's very, very twisted and complicated. But I like that enough that it makes me want to keep watching. So, all right, this part we're going to talk about some characters. We're going to incorporate both episodes. And Baba actually had an idea to say the first word that kind of pops into your mind when you think about these characters. And since we're gonna think about both episodes, and then you're just gonna think about something. So, Oliver, I'm thinking Era.
I'm thinking.
Take me long. Come on.
Scarred? Hey, I'm thinking Scarred.
And Baba said built. So, two are thinking about the body. I'm thinking more or less what he can do. So, I'm assuming y'all mindsets are.
I was thinking Scarred because in the first episode, they even mentioned how scarred he was. And then it was like he didn't want nobody to see his scar. So I thought they were going to be like grotesque or whatever. It was like 2 scars. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, that thing goes on makeup issues. That's really what he was supposed to. But then again, I don't think he's supposed to be. I don't think he's even as bad as like Anita Blake, which I don't know if anyone understands the reference, but she's a character in created by Laura K. Hamilton, where she has been in vampire battles, and she has like horrible scarring going along along her neck and other issues on her body. So her scarring is quite obvious. To me, his didn't seem to be that obvious.
I mean, his was below the neck. Everything that scarred on him was like right there on his like stomach and arm. Basically, it was like, okay, so we're gonna have a shirtless scene.
It's pretty like, scars.
Scar, but I wanted them to be, because he was on that island for like 5 years. I wanted scars, battle wounds, something.
Or even if you didn't want to do it on the front, I've been okay with doing most of them on the back, just so he's still pretty on front, but still showing some of the battle wounds and stuff like it on the back. Or, if nothing else, have him talk about it, and maybe he can point out scars that we weren't able to see, and then maybe we'll think, oh, okay, he actually has like 90.
Right. Something like that. I mean, even that.
I guess Oliver in general is very agile, athletic, creative. I feel like he's a character that's struggling to find his true identity because of the 5 years of loss. 5 years he lost with being with humanity. And so it's almost like a person who learned how to survive and be on their own is now submerged back into society. And hey, you were this person, but now you're this person. And you're also like a superhero in the background. So I feel like he's struggling to find himself within this society. Then we have Tommy. I actually thought gay.
I thought who?
And Baba said shifting. So I don't. A gay who's shifty. Okay.
I'm like, this isn't like, why are you here type of like.
And I thought gay because sometimes I thought he was hitting on Oliver, but I think it's just the closeness that they're supposed to have. That it's almost like a closeness that one party gives the other party. It's like, what do I know you. So if one doesn't get it, it looks weird, and that's why I thought it reads a little strange. But Baba thinks shifty because she said, call me bitter, but I just don't believe if my attention-hogging best friend came back from the dead, I'd be all that happy about having to give the attention back. So maybe he thinks that, she feels that he's shifty because I don't know if we're supposed to be able to trust him or even if we're even supposed to like him, really. So, a little bit struggling on that. And then we find out that he knocked boots with Laurel, which was Rachel's girlfriend. But he didn't know at the time. Well, he knew that, but he thought he was dead. So it's not really like he's cheating.
They didn't cheat because he was dead.
Then we have Laurel. I'm thinking angry.
I'm thinking bitter.
And Baba says smart. So like angry, bitter, smart.
Yes. So she's a female.
Right. She's the epitome of the strong, sophisticated, smart female. She is the lawyer. She's trying to do good the legal way, whereas the Arrow, we understand, is doing good the illegal way, the traditional vigilante kind of person. And we just, of course we love the vigilante, why wouldn't we? But we also was like Laurel and respect her because she's doing it the right way. So she's doing it the way we hope to be able to do it, and he's doing it the way we wish we could. Yeah. Baba called her Speedy, but her real name is actually Thea. His little sister, I'm thinking Druggy.
Baba had her Speedy, and I am thinking experimental.
So, we see the little sister who just comes off as really, really whiny. In the second episode, the little sister's trying to tell Oliver she knows that he's been through hell and he should open up. How long is it back? A few days? Chill out, whiny. And I have to agree with her. The little girl's kind of annoying. He's been back like a week. For 5 years, I had to go through that. And you come back in one day, or you'll be great. I understand what she's saying. It is hard to accept a person that you have placed to rest.
Oh my God!
Suddenly pops back up.
She's Charlie.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! No one gets that reference, and no one should understand that reference ever. But so she's upset and crying over the fact that he's coming back to life.
Charlie.
And but the issue. Shut up. But the issue is she's not understanding his perspective.
Right.
She only sees herself as, look at me, I'm sad, I do drugs, cry for me.
That's what I'm saying. When you do drugs, you can only see one perspective, and that's yours.
Right. So then we have the Mama Queen, which her name was Moira, and I'm thinking, well, there's a B word for it.
I am thinking conniving.
And Baba says interesting. I'm not really for sure what the mother's goals or motives are. We know that she is trying to possibly kill her son, interrogate her son, find out what he knows, maybe wants to do bad things and point and laugh. I'm not really for sure what she wants to do with him. But we know that we really can't trust her. But I don't know if we're supposed to put her as the bad guy. That's the thing that we're still on the fence about. I don't know if she's actually the bad guy.
Right.
So
we don't know. But she does work for a bad guy.
Right. So, but I don't know if we're...
She's a bad guy.
Maybe she actually has something to do with her husband's death. Don't know. Then we have Walter. I'm thinking black.
Baba said British. And I say stepdaddy.
So we got the black British stepdaddy who worked for the dad, now is the new stepdad. He's trying to adjust, but I feel like something about him is overbearing. But it could be because we see a lot of things from Oliver's perspective. So he comes across as like, you're so in my face, go away.
Yeah.
Whereas it seems like he's just trying to be a really nice British black guy. You know?
I love you.
Right. Why won't you let me love you?
I love your mom every night.
Right. Twice. And then we have John Diggle, which I'm thinking, I don't know, angry black man. I know it's supposed to be one word, but that's one word for me. Angry black man.
Baba says, haha, because his name is Diggle.
I thought the same thing at first. He said Diggle.
So I guess I'll just say it. Diggle. That's my one word.
So we have Diggle. He's ex-military. He's the new bodyguard, and he's already threatened to say, "Hey, if you try to get away from me again, and don't let me protect you, I'm gonna quit." I have a feeling. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say this because Oliver liked to play Harry Houdini with him and just escape him and run off and do whatever he wanted to do.
True. And I have a feeling that Diggle eventually is going to become Alfred. I feel like he's going to know everything, and he's going to be his friend and his psychic. I feel like that's what's going to happen, and I kind of hope that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Because I don't think that, or he may not be the sidekick, but he might just be the guy that's in on it.
Might be Alfred.
Right. So Alfred doesn't help, but he knows everything. You know
yeah.
So, that's pretty much all of the characters
for right now.
So, right now, I'm really, really, really enjoying these characters. They're really fun, very inventive, and some are very frustrating. And since this is still pretty new for us, we just decided to just pull from some thoughts and things that Baba had mentioned. And she mentioned 2 questions. Who is the mother working with, and anyone we know? And I'm curious to know who exactly she is working with. And I feel like it's probably a name on the list that
would make sense.
And it's interesting that, have you ever thought that he's not killing the people on the list, he's just stealing from them.
Right. Because, well, I mean, if they stole from, it Cause okay, I guess that's what it was when he first got back. You know, he went down to the old building or whatever. Like I guess like the very first building or whatever. What his dad's company started out as, and he could see all the like death and decay and everything like that around. The building was run down, and it was because these other people are coming in and they're using the old buildings, and you know it's harming the city, his city, and so you know he's trying to avenge them. So he's not killing them; he just wants them to put back what belongs to the people. Yeah.
So I mean, I guess it's very interesting that about the mother working with one of them then, because it's like we don't want to think of her as evil because she does seem like to be a mother that's concerned about him. She doesn't seem like she wants him dead.
But that could all be a ruse.
Right.
Because, I mean, she did first ask, like, when the abduction failed, did you get him?
Right.
Like,
did you murder him good? Did he
right,
weep?
It wasn't anything. It wasn't like
you didn't hurt him, did you?
Yeah, it wasn't concern. Like,
did you get the information from him?
Yeah, it was more like her mom.
Maybe a part of her after the 5 years had put him to death had said that he's dead, and so it's like, you know, the thing that came back is not.
You're messing it up.
Yeah, you're not my son. You're dead. So I don't really care. You need to be dead now. So maybe it is a twisted version of.
Well, she was trying to kill her husband and her son. Remember, she said that.
So it did fail. So something about that makes me just like not absolutely hate her, and I don't know why I don't hate her.
I just don't know why she's trying to kill
maybe
him.
If I knew why she's trying to kill him, maybe I could actually accept hating her.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like I don't really care one way or the other with her because it's.
You're interesting to
yeah, your little attempts are failing.
Right. So maybe she'll try something more drastic. Then Baba mentions, how did Oliver's father have the time to tell him all the dirty secrets and the right to right the wrong in between suffering from hypothermia and shooting himself? I wondered that myself because he said he created the list while he was on the island, which meant his dad was already dead. So I didn't understand when he created the list, when he found out what his dad had done. A lot of that time stuff is a little bit confusing.
Yeah.
So
they didn't think it through all the way there. Like, this just sounds cool.
Right. So maybe at some point in time before the dad kills the other guy. But then it makes me wonder, would he have said all that in front of the other guy? And I would say no. I don't think that he would have actually said the other guy. So that's weird. Man. No, it's something very weird about that. It might just be a plot hole that the writers are like, no one will catch this. And,
yeah,
and I wondered it myself. Like, when did he? Because if we don't have a scene where the dad says, "This is everything I've done wrong," then you know, then I mean, we don't know. Right? Like, oh, you smell like death. You know, so, you know, I don't know.
But my thing was, okay, if the dad had hypothermia.
Mm-hmm.
And was dying.
Mm-hmm. And starving.
Shouldn't
and
Oliver,
dehydrated.
Actually, shouldn't Oliver have been the first one to die? He had on shorts.
Nope.
Okay.
He's the youngest, so therefore his will to live is the strongest.
Yeah, no, he had on shorts.
It's a superhero thing.
He's not a superhero. He's a regular person. He's Batman.
No, he got scars that makes him better.
Oh, well.
Do you have scars?
Yes.
Nope. America, no, she don't. Anyway, y'all, this is Twisty.
You first.
And this is Baba. Once again, this was the pilot and episode 2 of Arrow. We had to combine them because we fell behind, and it's totally CW's fault, not ours. And that's what I'm sticking to.
CW.
Right. Definitely catch the next episode Wednesday nights.
Yes.
On the CW. All right, check you guys later.
Bye.